Hello everyone, I am Sarita Kumari and I am from Jagran Public School, Lucknow. Today we shall discuss about modal verb. While learning English, children often get confused by modal verbs because of their usage in a wide variety of situations. So let us discuss in detail about modals, their character and usage. Modals are verbs used to express the mood or attitude of speaker. They express the mode or manner of the actions denoted in the main verb. We can say that modals are used to suggest permission, request, possibility, advice, duty, suggestion, ability, necessity, compulsion, promise, prohibition and wish. Let us take one example. I can answer all these questions. In this sentence, can expresses the idea of speaker's ability, which is expressed by the main verb answer. So, can is modal. Some commonly used modals are can, could, may, might, shall, should, will, would, must, ought to, need, dare and used to. Now let us study about the peculiar nature of modals that make it different from other verbs. Modals are never used alone. They must have a principal verb with them. Example, I can play the violin. You may go now. Here both the modals can and may are followed by principal verb play and go. The verb used after a modal is always in the base or root form. They do not take s or es in the third person singular. Example, he can sing well. She will go by bus. Here, in both the examples, the verbs are in the root form. However, we often use modal with have and participle. Let us take one example. His train may have got delayed. Here, the modal may is used with have and participle got. Modals never change their form according to person and number of the subject. Modals are same throughout. They have only one form. Example, I can, he can, you can. You can see over here, modal is same but the subjects are different. Modals do not have infinitive or participle. We use an infinitive without to. They have no ing or ed form. Example, we never say to may, maying or to might. Modals cannot stand on their own. Only in question tags can modals be used alone. Example, she will not come, will she? He can carry the luggage, can't he? Here, in the question tag, will and can are not followed by the main verb. Modals do not take do, does or did to make questions and negative sentences. They make questions by inversion, that is, by reversing the sequence of the words. Let us take example. She can go. To change the statement into question, we bring can in the beginning. Now let us study about usage of modals. First of all, permission. Modals like can, may, could express the idea of permission. Can is direct, informal and friendly way of asking and giving permission. It is used among friends, close relations, etc. Example, can I sit here? Of course, you can. May is formal way for asking and giving permission. It is used by people in a subordinate position. Example, may I ask a question, ma'am? Of course, you may. Could is less direct and more polite than can. It is not used to give permission. Often it is used for strangers or for people not intimately known. Example, could I use your phone, sir? Ability. We use can, could and be able to express ability. Can is the most common model used to talk about ability. Its negative form is cannot. Example, I can play the guitar. I can swim across the river. Here, in both the examples, can is expressing the ability, capability and capacity of a person. Can has only two forms, can in present and could in past. Could suggests general ability to do something in the past. Example, when I was young, I could swim across the Ganga. It means even though the Ganga was in spats, I was able to swim across to the other bank. Here, could expresses ability in a particular situation. In English, we also use be able to express ability, capability or capacity. It is used in any tense. Example, he is able to take care of the children. She was able to finish the work in time. We shall be able to clean the house by tomorrow. We have three examples, and in all the three examples, the modal be able to is used in different tense, that is present, past and future. Request. We use modals like can, could, will, would and won't to express request. Can is informal way of making request. Example, can I have some cakes? Could is used to express polite request but is uncertain. We never know whether the request will be fulfilled or not. Example, could you lend me some money? To express request, we also use will, would and won't. Won't is informal way of making request. Would is more polite than will. Example, won't you cook something for dinner? Will you lift the box for me, please? Would you like to spend this evening with me? Here, all the three examples are expressing the same idea. Possibility. We use may, might and could to express possibility. May suggest good possibility. Might suggest weak possibility. Could suggest still weaker possibility, a very weak possibility in the future. Example, monsoon has come in time. There may be good harvest this year. Means there is a possibility of having good harvest. We might go for an evening show. We are not sure whether we will go for the show or not. Don't stand on the chair. It could break. There is a less possibility of the chair to break. Advice, duty and obligation. We use should and ought to express advice, duty and obligation. Should or ought to can be used to express advice, duty and obligation. Ought to means duty that cannot be avoided. Ought to carries with it a sense of moral obligation. So, if a sentence suggests some moral obligation, ought to should be preferred. Example, we ought to follow the traffic rules. This means that it is our duty to follow the traffic rules. This is the right thing to do. You should stop eating junk food. Here the modal should is expressing advice. You ought to visit your dentist twice a year for a checkup. Again, ought to is used to express advice over here. You ought to take care of your old parents. This means moral duty that one cannot avoid. Suggestion. We use modals like shall we, can and could to express suggestion. We often use shall we to ask for and to make suggestion. Example, what shall we play? Here the modal is used for asking suggestion. Shall we buy it? In this sentence, the modal is used for making suggestion. We can also use can or could to make suggestion. Example, you can watch the cricket match. You could sit in meditation. Remember, in this use, could is less direct and more polite than can. It is more usual to use could. We can also use let's, why don't we, why don't you, how about, should or ought to make suggestion. Example, let's go for a swim. How about having a game of tennis? Should we organize a charity? In these sentences, the modals are expressing suggestion. Promise. Will and shall are used to suggest promise or assurance. Shall is generally used with only first person subjects and will with all persons. But if a promise is denoted, will is used with the first person subjects and shall with other subjects. Example, we will give you 5 tickets for the concert. You shall get a Barbie on your birthday. Don't worry, I'll keep you informed. Here, to express promise, will is used with first person and shall is used with the second person. Necessity and compulsion. We use modals like must, have to, had to, have got to, had got to express necessity and compulsion. We use must and have to express necessity and compulsion. Often they can be used interchangeably. Example, I must work hard to improve my performance. I have to work hard to improve my performance. However, there is a slight difference between must and have to. In must, the authority comes from the speaker. In have to, the authority comes from outside the speaker. Example, you must be in your seat by 6 means I insist. You have to be in your seat by 6 means that's the prevailing practice. We can use must to talk about the present and the future, but must does not have any past tense. So, if we have to talk about past necessity or compulsion, we use had to. Example, the officer was not on his seat, so I had to wait for him outside. Have got to and had got to are informal way to express necessity and compulsion. Remember, have to and have got to means same. Had to and had got to means same, but have to and had to are more formal. Example, we have to hurry up. This is a formal way of expressing necessity and compulsion. We have got to hurry up. This is informal way to express necessity and compulsion. Wish. May is normally used to express wish. Example, may you be blessed with a long life. May success and prosperity be yours. We put a mark of exclamation at the end of these sentences. Prohibition. We use must not and ought not to express prohibition. Example, strangers must not enter the colony. It means the strangers are prohibited. We ought not to neglect the poor. Here, ought not to expresses moral duty. Let us now discuss the usage of need, used to and dare. Need expresses necessity and obligation and uses to before main verb. As a model, need is mostly used in negative and interrogative. In the affirmative, it stands as required or in need of. Dare means challenge or courage. Dare is often used in formal question and formal negative sentences. Used to expresses the idea that action habitually happened in past. Used to is the past tense of the verb. It means accustomed, in habit of. Since these models are semi-models, so they tend to change their form according to the subject. Example, I need to work hard. It needs to be done with great care. We can see here the model need has changed its form according to the subject. I used to drink coffee when I was young. Here the model used to is used to express habit. He dared not to take such a step. How dare you contradict me? Here the model dare is used to express courage and challenge. So, with this, we come to the end of the topic model. I hope you all have understood well. Thank you.